Steve Rode from the Penny Stupid Project. I need to give you a little bit of an introduction to this podcast. This is what reality looks like. There's no polish and shine and fancy chrome or anything on this podcast. This is just Damon and I interacting, the good, the bad, the beautiful, and the ugly, all about talking about his initial adventures in getting going with Amazon FBA, selling on Amazon, and also sourcing products. You'll see me actually, he challenges me to help him source some products, and you'll watch it all happen in real time. So sit back, enjoy. It's a little bit of a different podcast, but I thought I'd give it to you all unfiltered. This is Steve Rode. Stand by. I warned you. I'm just waiting for you to look at the camera. Hey, you're back with Steve and Damon on the Penny Stupid Podcast. Today we're talking about Damon's first initial week searching for products. He said earlier it was like drinking through a fire hose. Lots of information and data. And Damon, you with me?
I am. I'm still searching for products on my laptop here. That's why I keep looking over here.
All right, so let's talk about it. You wanted to talk about drinking through a fire hose.
Yeah, I mean, Steve's been kind of showing me the ropes. I did, by the way, sell my second printer a couple days ago. So the first 2 days, I was super excited because I'm selling one printer a day, $150 a day. This is sweet. But sadly, nobody bought a damn printer over the weekend. So,
well, you know, I had one there at Amazon that you picked up for me and sent in. And 3 minutes ago, my printer sold for $450.
Son of a bitch. You stole my sale.
No, yours are still listed at $445. Mine sold for more than yours are listed at.
What? Was yours have $5 more perceived value, so they bought yours?
This has nothing to do with logic or anything else. Being the lowest price on a listing doesn't always necessarily put you in the buy box. There are lots of things that put you in the buy box. And one of them is actually, how many items have you sold? How long have you been a seller? What is your rating? And whatever the algorithm feels like trusting you with that.
Am I in the buy box now?
So I don't know.
I'm looking right now.
But
you pissed me off.
I priced mine higher than yours to give you, a chance. But ultimately, it's up to whatever Amazon decides. And the lesson here is that just going for low price, always trying to be low price, does not mean that your products are going to get sold.
I thought the lesson here was no good deed goes unturned because you tried to help me out and yours got sold and mine didn't.
Well, you sold two before mine did. So, it's selling stuff on Amazon, making money as a side hustle on Amazon it's a cruel place. Oftentimes there's no, rhyme or logic for it. And people will return stuff for no reason. And Amazon has a very liberal return policy. That's just the cost of doing business. So this is why I always think that when you're sourcing products to sell, the best thing you can do is look at the camera and stop looking at your laptop.
I'm actually looking at
so that you're engaged with the viewers.
I'm actually looking at my Mac Mini at this point because I'm trying to see if I'm in the buy box.
Oh, okay. Well, stay with me here. Let's focus on the video and give our viewers your take so far. What's your impression of trying to sell stuff on Amazon?
It's not as easy as these courses and videos make it seem. I got to tell you, I mean, I'm a pretty smart guy, and it's been a whole lot easier with Steve kind of guiding me and pointing me in the right direction and helping me set up, you need this software, you need this software, and then this is how you have to use the software. It's not just buying the software. It's now, here's how to use all this information coming in. And even with all of that, I'm still kind of going on information overload a bit. Now, granted, I haven't been like immersed in this because I've had other things going on, but this is a lot more difficult than I think most people think it is. It's not just you sign up, you buy some software, it gives you a list of all these great things that you're going to get, and you just buy it all, and then you send it to Amazon, and then the money comes in. There's a lot.
No.
I mean, I guess you could call it work, but I mean, it's not hard. It's not hard like you're out there, roofing in Nevada in the summertime work, but there's a lot that goes into it. And it's going to be really difficult if you don't have somebody guiding you that knows what the hell they're doing. It's going to be a lot of trial and error. And it's very confusing.
Well, this is why when I see all those courses advertised, buy my course, I think it's worthless, because ultimately it's not a course that is going to make you successful on Amazon. It is your personality and your attention to detail and organization, because if you're sitting around waiting for somebody that wrote a course to feed you products, you're not going to get shit, because they're buying all the stuff and looking for all the deals. Now, all the deals that I buy, let me see. I think I've been working so far this morning for 6 hours, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I sourced 6 different products this morning. Those are all, there's nothing tricky about that. It's just continuing to grind through it, learn from your experience. You will make mistakes, and just keep going. Everyone gives up the day before they're successful.
Yeah.
Now, was it fair for Amazon to sell the printer for $450.02 when it sold for more than yours? No, it's not fair. Amazon is not fair. Life is not fucking fair. Nothing is fair here. It is not fair that I bought a product last week and then went back and it was priced lower than what I bought it for. Not fair. But boo-hoo, man. Everybody just has to suck it up and deal with it and move on. So the fundamentals are buy products low, use coupons, source for good deals, don't be lazy. Even though the software, you're using Source Mogul, but whatever it is, even though Source Mogul finds an item and says this is the place to buy it and here's how much you should buy it for, I never trust that. I go and search and see if I can find it cheaper someplace else. That's just what the software found. And oftentimes I can find a better deal with a coupon on top and double points on the credit card and, make more money. I purchased something on Woot this weekend.
Wait.
By going
Is
to...
it Woot?
Nope, it's just Woot. And going to, what is the cashback site? Cashbackmonitor.com. That is a great place to go. You can put the store name in. You can see who's offering the best rewards at this point. And not only did I get a discount on the product, but I also got an additional 10% back through Cashback Monitor on Retail Me Not or something. So I spent $280 on the products, and I got my notice this morning that $28 of that has been posted in my account, and that's how you win. You have to buy smart. Yeah. And you also have to realize that there's a lot that new people...
There's a lot.
There's a lot that people just don't know. For example, I've told you to avoid all listings where Amazon's on there because you don't want to compete against Amazon.
My wife just peeked her head.
That's
My
just
wife just peeked her head in the room. Are you going to edit that out?
Which part?
The part where she peeked her head in the room.
Oh, maybe not. But I forgot what I was saying.
Sorry. She's never done that when I was recording, so I don't know what's going on.
I'll have to go back and figure out what I was saying now.
Well,
I know. Amazon on listings, right? I have told you to avoid that. However, I purchased a product this morning where Amazon is on the listing, and it looks like a really good deal. This is one of the things that I just haven't taught you yet. But using Keepa, which you have now on your computer,
is easier.
Easier.
It doesn't pay as much, but it's easier.
Well, one of the things down in the Keepa settings is data, a tab called data, And in there is a tab called Buy Box Statistics. And while Amazon usually capitalizes on all the listings that they're on and generally takes 100% of the sales, they don't always do that. So I sourced a product this morning where out of all the sellers on there, Amazon usually only takes about 30% of the sales and leaves it open to other sellers. So in that case, that's an opportunity to compete against Amazon. But when you're starting...
So I'm looking... So some guy's got 20 of our printers, and he's selling them for $578 on Amazon. So mine should sell, and I know you're going to say, well, that doesn't necessarily mean it. I've got mine priced at $445, and these are priced at $578. So...
Is he FBA?
I don't think so, but to figure it out, since I don't know how to do it that fast, I would have to zone out of you talking, and then you'd say, so what do you think, Damon? No. And I would go, I don't know. But
all right,
I got a good challenge, though, before you go to the next thing. To give people an example of, it's a bit complicated. So I had this 20% off coupon for Dick's Sporting Goods, right? And I got it this weekend because I spend millions of dollars on my son's baseball, so once in a while they kick me back a 20% off at Dick's coupons. It's great. So I thought, hey, I got this 20% coupon. Maybe I can source some deals using Source Mogul at Dick's and find some cool deals that way that I can get that other people might not be able to be profitable on because they don't have a 20% off at anything at Dick's coupon. So I just went and did a search this morning. Steve helped me figure that out. And I went through 85 different products. I didn't see anything that would work. I got ungated on several things, which I thought was cool. But I didn't see anything that...
Some big names,
like,
too.
I think Titleist and a couple of bat companies. So here's my challenge. I didn't see anything I liked. Now, granted, my thing was I don't really want to deal with anything that's essentially saying profit like $7, $8. And I know money can be made there, but for me, it's like there's too much risk when you're working with an $8 profit margin. What's this, shipping?
Well, it depends on how much the product costs.
These are not expensive products, but I wouldn't just do one if on a profit of $7. You'd probably do like a batch of 10 or something. I don't know. Yeah. But I just, what if, like you said, you bought something earlier and the price went down, right? So, $8 just doesn't seem like enough cushion for me to buy something. The price goes down $8. So anyway, here's my challenge. I went through all 84 products, skimmed them quickly.
Yep.
I didn't see anything that A, I could sell, or B, that looked good. So what I want to do is have you, the more experienced guy, look through that same list with a more experienced eye than I have and see if you could find anything that I overlooked and say, hey, you can actually make some money here, thereby proving that it's not that easy. Like somebody that knows what they're doing could look at the same set of data and say money, 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 money. And somebody that's new and doesn't know what they're doing doesn't see the money there. So that's the challenge. Can you find something on there?
All right. I'm logging in right now.
I didn't mean you have to do it live on this show. We can do an update show, but
no, I'll just do it right now. Start search retailer.
I'm so experienced. I'll figure it out right now. Hey, and this is a win-win for me
20%.
because if Steve finds some things, I make money. And if he doesn't find anything, it just validates my search. So either way, I'm winning on this deal.
Now, $8. I buy products where generally my search minimum is $10.
Okay, I'm open.
If I'm buying a $5,
I'm open. I'm open to seeing what you have to say because I want you to. I think you'll find a few things because again, my inexperienced eye for this stuff just kind of glanced through. I didn't see like any. The problem was you served up those printers to me on a silver platter, and now I'm comparing everything to. I drove around to a couple office supply stores, and I'm going to profit $950. So I want another deal like that. You spoiled me,
well,
Steve.
What's wrong with these? You got ungated in Callaway.
I right? believe I did, but I didn't like the profit on the golf balls.
It's like $23.
Make you holla, $23. Are they the red ones? The red box?
They are Chrome Soft XLS.
What color are they on the box? I'm scrolling through my list here.
Gray.
The box is gray?
They sell for $49.99 at Dick's.
The box is red, right? The Chrome Soft.
No. It's a gray box that has red stripes on it.
That must be a different. Because what's the profit on that one? What you look? Did you put in my 20% discount?
Nope, not yet.
Well, you're gonna have a different list than I have then.
Oh no, I put the 20% in, but you said it wasn't reflected on the Dick's
Not
site.
on the Dick's site. No, it's not. But I mean, in source mode.
So if you get,
see, this is the kind of real shit you learn on this channel.
At Dick's, it's $49.99.
Are we gonna get dinged for saying Dick's like 50 times on the show?
No,
Dick's Sporting Goods.
It's a sporting goods.
Shit.
Yeah, I didn't say at your Dick's. I said
one by
at
my
Dick's.
house. My favorite Dick is down the street. So we should call it Richard's Sporting Goods. That way we're not flagged on YouTube. At Richard's Sporting Goods.
Like, you know what? I understand that you can order things that can be delivered, so they'll ship your balls.
My local Dick's will ship my balls. Great. We're totally getting kicked off of you. You know what? Subscribe while you can, because we're not going to be here long, folks.
Yeah, we're not
going to be here very long. But damn it, we're going to have a good time on the way out.
You said that, yeah, I am not confident that this is taking in your local Dick's
well,
discount.
I only get 20% off my balls at my local Dick's. So
right. Well, so because on your Dick's site, it says that these are $49.99. If I take in the discount, it comes to like $32.
I have a set of balls on here that is the $49.99. Maybe it's just a different variation.
Yeah.
So let's go with that. Okay.
No, I'm on the Dick's website.
I see the gray balls. Because you're older, so you saw those first.
My Dick's are gray.
No, your balls are gray. At your Dick's.
My Dick's balls are gray. My Dick's balls are gray. I don't know what you're talking about.
We're going to have to come up with a new name for a new channel. We have to start over. So gone.
We'll just have to call the channel Stupid.
All right. So these are selling on Amazon for $70. Is that what you got?
That is $70. Let's see what the spread is.
It's got a good
Actually,
spread.
the first FBA seller is $74.91. So if we put in $74.91 and I factor in your discount of 20%, these would be $39.99. That's a 43% ROI. You're making $17.50
I get 1%
a box.
on Rakuten.
Okay, well, I don't count that. I just take that as
actually,
cash,
I can't because I got to go in the store to buy these.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
unless you can put them, you can buy them on the Dick's website, free pickup, free store pickup.
Yeah, but my discount,
and then
I have to do some finagling.
Stay with me for a second. No. You do the free store pickup. You get to the store. You cancel the order. Hey, you got all my products right here. Right? So you already know what you got reserved.
Don't be a dick at Dick's.
And then you buy them in the store.
You're saying they'll hold my balls for me.
They'll hold your gray balls for you at Dick's.
I didn't see any blue ones.
Yeah. Well, they're red and blue.
All right. So, what's the profit? $17. It says potential ROI is like $35 or 35%. I mean,
no,
35%.
43.76%.
Oh, well, you're for some reason these say they only sell for 70. I'm looking at them at 70.
Well, no. Hey, are you on Amazon? Okay, so scroll down in the seller amp box.
See, this is why you need an OB1. If you don't have an OB1, you're screwed. You gotta have someone showing you what to do.
Makes you OB2. Yeah. Scroll down to the offers section.
They sell $700 a month. That's good. That's good. It's good.
Yes. Tell me what you see.
Scroll down to the what section?
Who's the offers section, and who is the third offer?
FBA $74.91.
There you go. So that's the price.
Show me the ways, Obi-Wan. All right.
So up in the very top of seller amp, cost price $39.99.
So you got there's two more. There's three FBA guys or gals. The guy in the second guy $74.94. He's got 41 boxes. and then the other guy's got 5.
So,
but they're selling 700 a month.
I would just go.
How many can I get?
I would just go. I don't know.
All of them.
I don't know how many your local Dick's has in stock.
I want all the balls.
All right, so those are the Truvis USA Callaway Golf 2022 Chrome Soft X LS golf balls.
Well, now I got to sell these before we can air this video. Dumbass.
Well, first, you got to find out if your Dick's has your balls.
I know, but now everybody else is going to be after my balls.
Well, I'll bleep that out.
Don't buy my balls before
you're gonna
I
have
can.
to go to. Yeah, you're gonna have to go to Dick's and Balls, and pick them up. So, $39.99 potential profit. See, now if you had your state tax exemption already, you wouldn't have to pay sales tax on these.
But that would require forms and shit.
I can't help you. All right, so that's one thing I found straight away in Source Mogul, so I like that.
Experience versus when you just get into this stuff, it's very easy to get discouraged, right? Because it's hard, it's difficult, and it's just I needed a little bit of guidance to say, because when I first looked at this, I saw those golf balls, and I looked at it, and in Source Mogul, it was only telling me, even with my discount, my profit was going to be $13. But I didn't go deeper and look at, well, that's FBM. For FBA, the price was...
I'm sorry, you didn't go what?
I'm trying to get away from our dad jokes, but I realized it as soon as I saw your face that I was like, that wasn't even on purpose. That was an accident. It was an accident. Fuck. I didn't click further into the software to see that FBA was actually selling for 74, which brought my profit to 17. And even though that's, again, you spoiled me because I'm thinking 150 profit per item on those printers, right? I like that idea of just not having to deal with a whole bunch of products. But I realize those are more unicorn offers where you can't just have home runs every product and just bank $150 every time something sells. So we just have to recalibrate a little bit and say, hey, $16, $17 is fine. I mean, these are only $40 items. You can go out and you could buy 20 of them or whatever you want to do. I know you wouldn't probably recommend buying 20 of them, right? Because
no, I wouldn't buy more than 4 or 5 to start.
And see, that's the problem I have, right? Because my brain, I don't get excited about that. Because I look at going, okay, I'm going to buy 4. And I know it makes more sense what you're saying. I'm not advocating for my style. I'm just saying I know how my brain works. And my brain goes, oh, I'm going to buy 4 of these. I'm going to make maybe $15. Oh, giddy, I'm going to make $60 profit if they all sell. And then the whole time I'm ordering these and boxing them and shipping them on Amazon, I'm going to be like, it's only $60. I just know how my brain works.
Well, are you ungated for Taylor?
TaylorMade? Steve's not a golfer. I don't know. I just been clicking buttons, bro. Okay,
1592.
What are you looking at? I'll find that and I'll click on it and I'll tell you if I'm ungated.
I'm looking at the blue box with the yellow ball on it.
Oh, your golf balls. Okay.
In Source Mogul.
I saw. Oh, those are only $20, right? I've seen those.
Yeah.
$20. Hey, $20 is $20.
That's right. 30.
All right, here they are. Here they are. Profit says about the same.
Well, it's $3.60 profit. It's 22% ROI.
But look at that.
Look
at that blue line. It's all over the place on Amazon.
Yeah, well, it sells 160 a month. So that's pretty good.
Yeah, why has the price been fluctuating so much on these things? Like double.
Well, it actually hasn't. If you go look at the Keep a chart on
You
Amazon.
have to keep all your money.
Yeah, because the problem, the reason it's been fluctuating is there have been some sellers dropping off this. But currently, the new price in the last week has been as high as $42.
All right, so it's saying I'm gated. So let me click the ungate, see what it says to me. I've gotten a couple of them that want me to buy, get an invoice and all that, and I just click off that.
Yeah.
You can sell this product in the following conditions: used and collectible. You need approval to hold on.
Not new. Nobody.
You need approval to sell new. So let me click that. Request approval. Selling brand approved because I'm awesome. I'm
there
approved to sell your balls.
So,
all right.
Look, I would take a smaller ROI if I could move, 100 of those a month.
So now what we're looking at, these balls are, these golf balls are $20. They're half the price of the other ones we were looking at. The selling price, and if I know a majority of golfers, they don't like to spend a lot of money on balls unless they have money to waste. And the worse you are at golf, the less you want to spend on balls. So this might be okay. So this one, it sells for the spread is about the same, but you can get twice as many units for for the same amount of money, right? Because they're only selling for $20 with my discount, $15.99. I sell 104 a month, and these are just regular tailor-made golf balls. All right.
Well, don't forget that in the beginning of Amazon, it is all about churning orders and building up a reputation, and that gives you more access to things and more approvals.
So here's a question I had looking on the seller amp. I had this question for Steve. Be good to put it on the podcast. So now I'm ungated for this. Everything looks good. There's two basic things, two alerts that are in orange for me. One of them is the listing has two variations, which is fine. It just means I got to make sure the variation I'm buying is the one that's, I make sure I match them up, right? And the other thing, it says this product has few historic sellers, which is a sign it could be PL. PL is private label. And my question was, does private label cause me a problem? And your answer was?
No. Only if TaylorMade was the only seller on this would it create a red flag for me, because if you go down into the Keepa chart, right, and you scroll over, you will see that there has been as many as 6 different sellers on this.
Okay.
They're just not selling it right now. So
I'm in the seller amp, maybe because they got either, knocked in the dirt.
The Keepa chart.
No, I know, but
the Keepa chart down below.
The seller amp, and there's only one FBA seller on this right now, though. And one FBM, which I always think of future bowel movement. Okay, so now I go down to the Keepa chart, and the buy box. Why does the buy box seem like super cheap? The buy box is down like 8. Do you see that? How low the buy box is right now?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, no, that's how low the current price is. What the price is in the buy box, which is
$18.95.
What does it say next to $18.95?
What does it say?
It says buy used.
Oh. See, experience.
So the current price
encouragement. Yes. What movie? Bonus points. Anybody knows what movie that's from? The guy's like, encouragement. Yes.
If you click on the new and used section right under the add to cart, you will actually see that there are currently only 2 new sellers. One at $30 and one at $41. I see that.
The FBA is 30. The FBM is 41. But it still says buy box by Amazon, $19.99. So
that's what it says right now, but this is why I would, if you're going to buy this, I wouldn't buy more than 4 units. I would test out this listing to see how well it works. But keep scrolling down.
Wait, hold on. Because some guy is selling this at 30, but you're saying he's not even in the buy box. Amazon's got it listed at $20 for these balls. Right?
Right now, Amazon Warehouse is selling used at $18.95. But if you wanted to buy them new, you really love TaylorMade Distance Plus golf balls, and you clicked on hey, who's got them new? Then you will see that they sell for $30.42 new.
Okay, so Amazon doesn't sell any of them new right now? I mean,
All I can tell you is the same thing that we're looking at the
now
screen,
imagine trying to figure
which
this
is-
out if I was just by myself, asking myself these questions.
So the current new sellers are Amazon Global Store UK, which is not Amazon US, and A1 Fulfillment, who has an unbelievable 1.5-star rating with 2 ratings.
So
He's only got 3 in stock.
So how come like new FBA doesn't even show up on Keepa? You know, where you can click on the little things, the things, the thing,
Yeah, well, it does. If you go down to the
I'm on
Keepa chart, and you've got new third-party FBM turned on,
new
FBA.
third-party FBM is off.
Well,
now I just turned it on. But where's
Yeah.
FBA? I don't even see it.
There is none on this, I guess, because Amazon UK is on the listing. But while we're looking at the Keepa chart, you see what I'm saying about there have been as many as 6 sellers on this?
Where am I looking for that?
It's the blue, it's the third box down.
Okay. Oh, I think so.
It shows the number of sellers. Now, at the top of the Keepa section, you've got price history, track product data, and variations. You see that?
No.
Are you looking at the right? Are you looking at the right Keepa box? It's
the one at the bottom of the yeah. No, I'm not looking at. Yeah,
Of the
I'm not
listing.
looking in. Yes.
Okay. Not in seller amp. Okay. So at the top of the Keepa section, there are tabs.
Yes.
Click on the one that says
Got it.
variations. All right. Now you're going to have to scroll to the right to see all the data. But you see it's broken up in, you got your white balls and your lime green balls. Now, if you keep scrolling over to the right, you will see a section that says reviews, ratings, rating history. Okay. So the white balls, 72% of the reviews have been for the white variation. 28% have been for the lime green yellow ones, which indicates that the lime green yellow ones are not the number one seller of these. So this is important because this is why I avoid things that have more than 2 variations in them, because you will find deals all the time that say, buy it really cheap. And then you go look at the variations. And the reason it's really cheap is because nobody's buying it.
But in this case, are yellow balls. They're not the popular variation.
So 28% of the
but
sales.
They're still going to be selling. There's 104 sales, so they're still selling like 25 to 30 of the yellow ones a month.
Yeah,
that's not bad.
I would pick up 4 of these boxes if you're there and they've got them, and try them out.
So you heard it here first. I'm buying 4 yellow balls at Dick's. We're going to put them on Amazon and see if Steve can make me a money.
Well, the more attractive listing is the first one that we looked at. The Callaway.
Why is that more attractive? The spreads seem to be about the same.
Because the profit margin. No.
Yeah.
You were making $19 a box on that as opposed to 3?
3? Wait, I'm only going to make 3 on this one? I ain't buying a product. I'm only going to make $3?
Well, that's why I said, if you're going to do it, don't go any deeper than 4.
I'm not touching it. Wait. No, this, where'd you get $3 profit?
Seller amp.
I was looking at Source Mogul. Hold
Sale. No.
See how easy this is, guys? It's so easy. It's like there's like you look at one thing, you click a button, money comes in. I got my mansion on order.
If you go to Seller Amp on your yellow balls,
I'm on
your Dick's yellow balls, the sale price $30.23.
Yes.
The cost price is $15.92.
With my discount is $15.92. Yeah.
All right. So what's it say the profit is?
Oh, they didn't have that in there before. That's why it was blank. $4. I'm not buying 4 boxes of balls to make $4 a box. Ain't doing it.
Well, that's fine.
Okay. $4. Okay, so now we got to go to the chrome, the gray ball. Go back to the gray balls. Let's look at that real quick. All right. You said it was better. Why is that only $4 profit? Amazon's taking all my money. Amazon.
Well, you've got referral fees, storage, processing, their commission. It all
to
breaks
me, it's
down.
just not enough. It's not enough wiggle room, especially when we were looking at that buy box.
Don't buy 'em.
And it just seemed like too much up in the air. And then best case scenario, I'm making $4 just seems like a recipe for me have to golf a lot in the future because I can't get rid of my balls. So now I'm back to seller amp looking at the gray ones, the Callaways. Yeah. Okay. So now this does 700 sales a month. So it does move a lot more product.
Yep.
I'm eligible for that.
Okay. Now there's some variations on this. So let's go down and see what it says. The number one seller is the Callaway Triple Track White, but these are Truvis. These are just Truvis. So here they are, USA Truvis. It's the third most popular variation. They sell 11% a month of the sales are this Truvis. So
like 80.
You're still getting 70 sales a month.
Sales, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we got that. We're okay with that. And now we're going to say we figured your FBA guy was $74, right?
Yeah.
So do I match him or undercut him a little bit?
You want to stay like within a percentage. You could always price it a little higher. The disadvantage that you've got right now, just because you're new and it doesn't make any sense to invest in it, is automatic repricing software that will constantly adjust your price.
So I'm just going to do what he's got. So and then my cost price.
Just price it the same.
So my cost price on these, $39.99 with my discount, right? Okay. So do that. Where the hell did the thing go I was looking at? Here it is. Okay. So $39.99. Profit $17.51.
I do that.
So here's where. Okay, so I'm selling these for less than twice what I'm buying them for, but those other ones, I was literally selling them for twice what I was buying for, and my profit per unit was so much less. There's got to be some fixed costs in there then. And it's not all based on percentage of the selling price because my profit is
seller
5 times what it is on the other one.
Okay, so if you look in Seller Amp, it'll break down all the fees for you. It's in the profit calculator.
This one is actually pretty attractive. It's a 43% ROI. For every $40, if this plays out, for every $40 I spend on a unit, I get back 17, plus what I spent. That's not a bad return.
Well, and also the other thing that's attractive about this product is it's highly unlikely that somebody's going to buy a box of balls and then return them.
Yeah, these balls were defective.
Right?
They kept slicing. I don't want the sliced balls. I want the balls that go straight.
So in the profit calculator section on Seller Amp for these, it says the total fees are $17.42. So that's what Amazon's taking.
But what I'm saying is some of those fees have got to be more of a higher percentage or of a fixed nature because those other balls that we were looking at, we were buying at 20 and selling at 40. Like, we're selling at twice what we were buying, but my profit was only $3. These are buying at 40 and selling at only 74, not even selling at 80. And my profit is now 17. So what I'm saying is the fees were not at a fixed percentage, it seems like. And I
No.
Yeah, that was my point.
That's why you use Seller Amp to see exactly.
But that's why I was like the cheaper, the less expensive products are harder to make a decent profit in many cases, right? Because you're dealing with a smaller amount of, you don't have as much wiggle room there on those $20 items.
I think that there is no fixed standard for everything. I think you just have to look at the data on every product that you look at. I mean, I bought devotional Bibles this weekend at 128% ROI. The Bibles cost $6.99, so my profit's $8.83 on those.
I mean, just to give people an
People buy
idea.
Bibles.
I mean, we've spent 20 to 30 minutes with you knowing what you're doing and showing me how to look at this stuff. And that's 2 products we've looked at, and it's taken us a half an hour with at least one of us that knows what he's doing. So how long, I mean, this is the reality of this. It's not just pay $20 a month for this software, click the button, it runs a search and gives you all these great things. It's pretty difficult to, and if you're new and you make a couple of mistakes, that could wipe you out. And then you get discouraged and you quit and you go do something else. So you really got to be careful. And
it's easy to make mistakes in the beginning unless you have Seller Amp and Keepa, because in the beginning I saw things that said sale price, like some high number, and then I would order it and they'd come in and I'd go back and look, and now it's like a whole lot lower. And the problem is there was only one person that had it at that listing, and everyone saw it and everyone rushed in, and now the price is lower. So generally what I do when I buy things is I go down to that Keepa chart, the big one. And I don't look at what the price is selling now. I look at what I think the average is. So which Amazon listing are you? Are you on the TaylorMade one?
No. I'm on the one that I'm probably going to go to Dick's and buy today.
Okay. All right. So go down to the Keepa chart. Okay. And this one on average, a good bet is that these are going to go for an average price of $75.89. They've sold lower in the past, but Amazon was on the listing at that point. Amazon is sold out. So you don't know when Amazon's going to come back in. If Amazon suddenly restocked now, the price is going to go down to $49.99.
The
price is high now because Amazon is out of stock.
Okay, so now it's a huge risk then.
Well,
and Amazon though has been out of stock since October.
But how do you gauge your risk? Yeah. So how do you gauge your risk? By not buying a whole bunch of stock. So I wouldn't go.
That's not gauging risk. That's mitigating risk. Gauging risk is like this. Yeah. We're good. Let's do it.
The chances of Amazon coming back on this listing are 50-50, right? At any particular time. They don't have them in stock right now, but doesn't mean that they won't. So I would buy no more than 10 boxes of these.
Well, when Amazon,
they're selling 70
when Amazon
a month.
was on it, the buy box is still showing like $65, $70, even when Amazon was on it.
Now go back to August.
Wait, here, look at you, Captain Buzzkill. Yeah, but there were times in like September and October where Amazon was on it and it was still up at 70. So,
right. What I'm saying is this is one that I would purchase. I am saying that when Amazon is on the listing, I like to hedge my bets and not overestimate. So I think that you are probably going to end up selling these somewhere in the $73 range if you went out and bought them today and listed them.
Yeah, but then you get into this. See, this is, again, how my brain works, right? I know you want to be cautious with it, and I don't because I'm stupid when it comes to this stuff. But I look at it as how much time have we invested to find this product? I've looked at so many products in the last 3 days. That's the hardest part. And then you find a product you can make some profit. And my brain just goes, get like 10 or 20 damn boxes so you can, make at least a couple $100 to make it worth it. Like if I buy these and we sell them and I make $70, it just seems like, what's the point of, I could have gone out and done some Uber rides in about the time I've spent dealing with that and finding this product and made my $70.
It's very true. You should do that. The difference here, is, you looked at this before and you scrolled right past this. when you went to Amazon originally and it said that you were gated, you would have just scrolled right past this. This is all about learning.
I know, but my the way I look at it is, and I know the more you buy, the riskier it is. I get that, but it's like, I feel like we spent all this time to find one that's going to be profitable, and all I got to do is add more purchases into the little box, and it makes that time that we spent more worth it the more I buy, if it works out in my favor.
Here's my universal lesson.
Shit.
It applies to this and so many other things in life. You do you, boo. I mean, all I can tell you is what I would do, but you do what you think is right.
My thing is, I don't have, like, you source these products a lot faster than I can because I'm brand new at it, right? So I look at it as a couple hours worth of work went into me finding this damn thing that's potentially a little bit profitable.
Oops.
And do I want to make that time make me $60, or would it be better if that time made me $200 or $300? Because at this point, the time's invested, right? How much more time would it take me to box up 20 of these versus 10 of them? Not much.
Right. Or somebody else finds this listing, realizes it's a great deal, sources them for less, and then comes in $10 less than yours.
Well, today's the last day I can get 20% off of these things in the store.
All right. Well, hey, we'll follow up on the next video with what you decide to do. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm not telling any viewer
what to do. We hit 290 today, right? 290 subscribers?
I think so.
Put it down in the comments. How many boxes of balls should I buy? Let me know what you think. I think I should get 10 or 20 boxes. Steve says 4. He's probably right. I'm going to buy 20. And then I'm going to be pissing in my Cheerios in about a month. Because one thing you'd say, oh, well, if you don't sell them, just take them back to Dick's. But the problem is Amazon has them all. I won't be able to take them back to Dick's. I'll be stuck with them.
Well, you'd have to do a removal order and have them sent back
which will be free, right?
Well, you'll have to pay for the shipping back.
That was my joke. It's costs money. It's going to cost you money.
When you're playing with the big boys, there's always risk. I mean, I bought a product and it arrived and I realized I screwed up and I purchased the wrong variation of the product I was looking for. I just had to, it's my mistake.
Let's do this because I gotta jump. So, I got an hour and a half to get down to Amazon in Scottsdale because I'm trying out a Sprouts delivery. It's supposed to be they say it's a 2-hour route. I haven't done like Amazon grocery or Amazon Sprouts. It's still called Amazon Flex, but apparently this is like groceries, I think. And they're saying it pays $40 for the 2 hours. Plus they estimate the tips to be $25 to $30 on this route. So I could potentially be making $70. About as much time I make buying 4 boxes of balls I can make by delivering groceries for 2 hours on Amazon. Supposedly, I haven't done it yet, but hey, maybe I'll go do that delivery, get my $70 and go buy 4 boxes of balls and send it to Amazon to sell for me. All
right. Well, you'll have to.
Well, I'm going to go do that. But if you get a second, since today's the last day of my 20% coupon, just kind of scroll through that search you did and see if there's anything else. Because I'm going to go to Dick's. There's a Dick's in the parking lot of my favorite charging location for the Tesla. So when I'll go do my Amazon route, I'll go plug in, I'll go into Dick's. So in the next 3 hours, if you can find some other deals that make sense. What?
No, that's not how this works. No, I'm not doing.
We're doing it for the gram, bitch. We're doing it for the gram.
I am not doing your work for you. You gave me a challenge. I found you a product.
New challenge.
You should go
find me as many products as you can on that listing.
I'm scrolling through it right now.
There you go.
But no, I am not doing the work. This is
how our viewers are learning. They're learning by you searching it and then having me look at it and go, "What you talking about, Willis?" And then you explain what you're talking about.
All right. Thank you for tuning in. Be sure to like, subscribe.
Come on.
Shit.
Watch. Next.
I've known you too long.
Watch. He won't be able to resist. He'll look for a couple and he'll fucking text me and he'll be like, shit. Okay, fine.
No, I've already bought my
No.
stuff today.
I got 20% just today.
Yeah.
You got it. Today's the last day.
Hey, I got an 81% return on those things I bought on Woot. I told you
Whoop,
about that
whoop.
earlier. All right, be sure to like, subscribe. We'll see you next time, Damon.
We'll have an update
See
of
ya.
all the products Steve gave me to buy at Dick's. Peace.
I'm not doing your
It's
work
not my
for
work.
you.
It's the Lord's work.
Oh.